What's up? What's up? It's your boy Jay Lew here for another episode of Beyond the Bleachers. As y'all can see, this is a new day, and the time was supposed to be at 6, but everybody's wires got kind of crossed. So we're here at 7 again, just for this Monday. But after this Monday, it's going to be every Monday from 6 to 8, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. But, man, we got a lot to talk about in the sports world, man. A lot happened on the weekend. College football, some NBA stuff, NFL had a great Sunday.
Yeah, it was great. Man, very competitive.
Yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about right now. I'm telling you, I'm on fire right now, man. I'm ready to just talk and get it going, man. So, your weekend? How was your weekend, Hugh?
Oh man, it was great, man. Definitely had a beautiful Thanksgiving, man. Definitely hope everybody had a great holiday, man. I bought my Alexa on Black Friday, man, and I've been up with her, man, like every other day, man. Like the first day, I didn't even go to sleep. You know, just doing stuff and talking to her and just being silly, man. But yeah, just had really good time, man, just to be off from work and just to collect my thoughts, man. And for us to be on Monday, that's a fresh new start as well. So, yeah, man, it's just a new beginning, man.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I had a good holiday weekend as well. I hope everybody did. Thanks for bringing that up, Hugh. I mean, I didn't have such a long weekend, man, because I'm on this new shift. So I worked last Wednesday. I worked Wednesday night, and then I got off, and I don't have to be to work until tomorrow evening. So I've been off since last Wednesday. So it's pretty much like 5. Yeah, it's been like 5 days off. So yeah, man, that's it was much needed rest, man. I'm so rested up right now. But man, just great holiday weekend, man. It's good to spend time with family and friends and see people. You don't see family and friends for a while and stuff, and get together and watch some good football on Thanksgiving Day, and then you leading up until Saturday and watching big games and Sunday and stuff like that, man. It was just it was nice, man.
Yeah, it was nice.
Awesome. But yeah, man, I just want to welcome everybody to the new. I hope Hugh is promoting the show. We're gonna have Jabari. Jabari gonna call in a little bit, but Q, make sure you throw the show and stuff on if you can, throw it on Facebook so people can know the new day. I told a few people we got a few listeners from the last show from Ford, and the word has been spreading like wildfire. Like people have been coming up to me from my new shift. Like, hey man, I heard you had a radio show, sports show and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, so they was asking for the link and stuff like that, so that's good to get that type of follow. And I was telling them we was going to go to Monday, so hopefully everybody's listening, everybody's ready to for some good sports talk today. I want to start out with the first topic I want to talk about. But first I want to mention, man, I heard it was everybody knows that I'm a huge University of Michigan fan, and by me being a huge University of Michigan fan, it's hard for me to admit this, but I'm not heartless as hell when it comes to rivals. You know what I'm saying? I'm not heartless when it comes to rivals and tragedies and stuff like that, man. So I just want to send all my thoughts and prayers out to the people in I think the Ohio State students or something. I didn't read the whole article, but Ohio State students, man, I heard somebody had like 8 people got injured. It was a shooting or something. 8 people got injured. The suspect got killed and stuff like that. And you just hate to see it just all around, So my condolences go out to the Ohio State University family and students and stuff over there, man. Y'all be safe. But yeah, man, I want to go ahead and get into it. College football playoffs, man, because there was a lot going on. First, I want to go ahead and discuss the big game, the biggest game on Saturday that pretty much was told a lot. It's the Ohio State and Michigan game. Hugh, what did you think about that game and all?
I was very disgusted, man. I understand the rivalry, and it was a pretty good game, man. There was a lot of suspect calls, man, going towards, the Ohio's favor. And I was bad at a lot of the stuff that happened in the game. I really thought that, man, it was just really poor officiating. We've been used to it in the NFL, but for college to turn the naked eye like nothing was going on, it was just it was a bitter taste, man. And I still can't say that I can accept them being who they are right now. And that's having a notch on Michigan football team, because I really felt like the referees gave that to them, man. But I was disappointed in so many ways for the Ohio State, on the calls that wasn't going our way. But at the same time, man, State was garbage, man. The goal line fumble, the 2 picks, the pick 6 was the one that really made me say, damn, this might seal the deal. And this was really disappointed in his play, man. Like, on a game on stage so big, I just didn't think he can handle it. But at the same time, a lot of them calls went their way too, man. But a lot of that stuff go towards Space, man, because I just really didn't think that he executed and he was a good game manager. A lot of people look at game managers like your Alex Smith, or you look at people who are like cerebral when it comes to just, time management and trying to do the right things and execute without making mistakes. And people look at those guys like they're boring or they're not great quarterbacks, but I would rather have a game manager than a gunslinger any day. And just think that a lot of decisions he made was piss poor, and he basically needs to be looking at himself too, besides some of the bad calls, and saying, I'm reliable for a lot of the stuff that went down.
Right. I agree with that. Hugh, you still there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
had
agree
to take
with
a
that,
minute
man.
to breathe. I was disgusted. We talking about it makes me angry. Like, I mean, like with a therapist or something, man. I want to throw something at the TV right now.
Man, I feel you, man. Before I get my thoughts on everything, I want to bring Jabari in. Me and Jabari was talking about the game before, during, and after the game, and even yesterday we were talking about it. And I just want to bring Jabari in so he can give his thoughts on the game. I'm putting him through now. Jabari, you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, man. I want you to go ahead and get your thoughts on the big game. Michigan, Ohio State was Saturday. We all know the results of it, and I just want you to give your input on everything.
Every ref in that game should never ref again ever, and I still think that somebody put an envelope in their back pocket after that game. But on the real note, it was a lot of mistakes we made. We made a lot of mistakes. I want to just say it was all State fault, because I mean it was like the pick 6. That was a blown block by Davion Smith. He let the bandit come right up the middle instead of picking him up. He was able to tip the ball. Because I feel like that ball don't get tipped, that's a completion.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a lot of one-way calls. I'm sorry. It was a lot of one-way calls. It's like you call us for a pass interference on an untouchable ball, but they getting tackle takedowns while the ball's in the air.
Right.
I'm like, I mean, come on, be serious.
Man. Yeah.
You can't tell me. University of Michigan is one of the least penalized teams in the country. And for y'all to come in there and say that we committed that many penalties, that many. And
so like they what?
Is one of them, and it's crazy. And they're one of the most penalized teams. They're one of the most penalized teams in the Big Ten. And they created they had no penalties. I mean, get me wrong, like, even though all the mistakes we made, the turnovers, we could have still won that game. And it all comes down to that Photoshop photo they keep showing everybody. Because that was not it. That's a straight Photoshop. So they can hide the truth. So they ain't got to deal with the press about a bad call being called. That was nowhere near a first down. How you run to the back of your own player, bounce back, when we give you 4 progress, when we didn't dead the play when he ran into his play. They dead the play once his ass hit the ground. Then they said, 4 progress. We're going to give him the ball at the line. Man, get out of here. A lot of hogwash. The Big Ten picked who they wanted to go represent the Big Ten in the tournament. They gave that call and said, we want Ohio State to go. That's the first down. And it's a lot of politics in this stuff, man. It's a lot of politics.
It is.
Alumni funding. It's too much, man. Ohio State is known for cheating. They're known for it.
And before I rip into the BCS playoffs, I wanted to address how I felt about the game. I thought the game lived up to the hype. Hold on about that. I can't hear myself think. I thought the game lived up to the hype, of course. And I thought both teams played their asses off. And I try to tell people I saw a lot of stuff on social media from a lot of Ohio State fans. Of course, they're going to be biased. I expect that from them. But I saw a lot of just regular sports fans and Michigan fans even ran and raving that the refs didn't, do this. It was turnovers, blah, 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 whatever. I've actually seen teams have no turnovers in games, but the refs' calls still affect the game. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And people don't understand the referees' calls. It can sway a game. Sway momentum. It can stop teams from playing. More physical, or it makes them think before they play. And sometimes it kind of drains them because, when you getting calls on you over and over again, you kind of think like, damn, can I do anything right? And that kind of busts up the morale of a team. And I think that's what happened towards the end of that game, because Michigan thought the game was over. I mean, everybody was. If you could see the kids, the defensive players, they were celebrating like, "Hey, we got them, we won." We stopped them, and then they ended up giving that spot and calling that first down, and it just disgusted me from that point. You know what I'm saying? Not from a standpoint, but just from a straight fan of the sport point. You know what I'm saying? I can take a loss, even though it hurts at times, to see Michigan lose. I hate to see them lose, but we could take a loss when the team outplay you. Like last year, when Ohio State beat the hell out of us in Ann Arbor, I was like, shit, and there's nothing else I could do. I didn't even get upset about the game. Like we just got our asses handed to us. What else can you say? You know what I'm saying? But Saturday, it was almost like we got it snatched away from us. And I don't like – I love to see kids decided on the field. I don't like to see refs interrupt stuff or coaches put their players in a bad position to lose the game, stuff like that. I like the players to decide the outcome of the game. And Saturday wasn't one of those cases. Just looking at it play by play, just the stuff Ohio State was getting away with, Michigan couldn't get away with, or was getting called for certain things that, could have been let go, but not. They was letting Ohio State get away with the same type of stuff. So it was just, to me, it was obvious stuff that was going on in the game. Could we have played a little bit more aggressive? Of course, we could have. But we played good enough with the strategy we had in that game to win. So my thing was, you take all of the turnovers and stuff off the table and all of that, man. We played good enough to win still, but those calls, man, they could keep a team in there. They can boost the team's morale still. I mean, it's certain things that can affect the morale of a game and the momentum of a game. And I felt like Michigan had that game in their hands and they should have won that game. So, Jabbar, you back on? I'm going to start. I'm going to start talking about the BCS playoffs because I have my own gripe with that. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's how I feel about it. I felt like it was a spectacular game. I thought the game was spectacular. It was all the hype, man. The crowd was into it. The Michigan crowd was there, and they was letting themselves be known. It was, the atmosphere was beautiful. My daughter, who's 16 years old, doesn't even watch football, was just mesmerized by just the atmosphere of it, of everything. She sat here and watched the whole second half with me. And it was just, so mesmerizing, to see that type of stuff. Because, we've been whooping boys for a while. You already know, Jabari. We've been whooping boys for a while before Harbaugh and, Hoke and Harbaugh got there to change some stuff around, from Rich Rod and stuff like that. But, the game it lived up to it, man. And I just feel like that, not just to say, from a fan's point of view, oh, my team got robbed. No, just looking at it from a sports fan perspective. If I was not a fan of Michigan, I would have said, damn, they call them some suspect jump. You know what I'm saying? We watch, other college games than, our favorite schools and stuff like that. And we still have opinions on that. Oh, that wasn't no first down, or that these refs called it some garbage or whatever. And this was one of those games. This was one of those games where I think the atmosphere could have swayed how the refs called the game too. You know what I'm saying? Because some fans are violent. You know what I'm saying? Fans whoop refs' asses. You know what I'm saying? Like they jump on referees. You know what I'm saying? So Jabari said something real funny, man. The other day he was saying that they were in the replay booth reviewing that first down call, and they huddled up and looked at each other and said, "Who's gonna go out here and really make this call that wasn't the first down?" I thought that was hilarious, but
man, that was
that sounds like it was the truth.
I think it was the truth, man, because nobody's going to make that call when over 100,000 fans is in there, and about 80% of them or 85% is Ohio State fans. Who going to come out and say game over, no first down, Michigan wins? Like, no, they would have stormed the field. Like, seriously, it's that much. Yeah, so hey, man, it is what it is. But I do want to go to these talk about the BCS playoffs. And Hugh, I'm gonna swing it to you, man. How they're talking about how the playoffs go? What's your thought on that? Because I know we talked about it. What was it, last week? And then we talked about it the week before too. The last 2 weeks we've been talking about it. but I kind of want to get in depth about it because I was arguing with somebody on Facebook about it yesterday. So I want to kind of get deep into the criteria and stuff like that of the playoffs. So if you want to get your thoughts on it, then I'm gonna let Jabari get it.
I still think we've been talking about this before, man, and I was glad to see my boy Desmond Howard talk about it, man. It's still like an AP poll, man, but then, they just feel like they're picking the best 4 teams out of that. But sometimes they get judgmental on the teams who they pick, man. I don't like the fact that it's the BCS Bowl, but then they still going by the AP polls, man. It don't make no sense to me. You're either going to be one or the other. And that's why when it comes to BCS, you can take that C out of it and call it the BS decisions that they make, because I don't really understand and too much I don't really care about a lot of the things, man, because, okay, we understand that Bama's a clear one. If they lost on out, then because I know they're playing their championship game, but it's like they're undefeated, so they can stake their claim. But the way they judge some of the things, like, when people lose, like how when Ohio State just moved up, was they 5 and then they moved up to 2? Whatever, and I wasn't feeling that, man, and I just didn't like how they made those decisions, man. It's like, for what aspect did you make that? Was it from the AP poll or was it from the BCS? I just don't like the way they judge things and how they do things, man. I think they do it off of, who's popular or who's the flavor of the month type team, and it definitely helped to persuade the voters too because of Urban Meyer, man, and how good of a coach he's been and how he's been, always one of the top guys in the game. So that always persuades people. Just don't like it, man. I feel like they should go back to the drawing board, and we've always talked about it. Me, you, and Jabari, we feel like what they should do is they should get the best teams in their division, and whoever wins, they have a playoff. They need to have just more than these teams, man. These 4 teams, they need to put an 18 tournament. But then we all know how they look at it. It's like, they want to, get more money from having their 4-game championship and having a bowl game to spread the wealth. But until they do that, man, we can't really decide who's a true number one. Like the times when, it left a sour taste in my mouth when we had to share the championship with Nebraska. Like a co-champion. It wasn't no decision made because of the polls and how they were ranked then. That could never happen again, and that's why they wanted to make this tournament. But I think to make the tournament more legit without people really, saying that the AP polls still have something to do with it, man, is to basically make that 18 tournament, and whoever wins their division is a sure lock, and put those guys in there and see who the best team is.
Right.
That's a fair way to do it.
Jabari, your thoughts on the playoffs?
Man, all of it need to be balled up and put in the garbage. Because when they said they was bringing out the tournament, I felt like some politicians, like they were selling me something, and in the end, when they get it, you find out it was just all a big lie.
Yeah.
So when they first sold it, that you couldn't get into the tournament unless you win your conference championship. And it's been like that the last 2 years before this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All conference champions have made
all conference champions. All of a sudden,
Ohio State gonna be the first team to make it without it. Like, are you
Can't believe that, man. Can't believe that.
Which is bullshit. Because technically, you can't. If Penn State beats Wisconsin, you can't say that they're the best team in the country if Penn State won the conference and Ohio State didn't beat them.
Right.
Right.
Washington won their conference. They should be a go. Alabama's going to win their conference. They're going to probably win the whole thing, but they should go. Clemson. They when they took conference, they should go. How's Ohio State going, and they don't have a conference championship to represent that they're one of the best teams in the country? How are you a best team when you don't even win your conference?
Right. I don't get that, man. That don't make no sense to me.
And it's a Power 5 conference. It's not
right.
some scallywag conference. This is a Power 5 conference.
It goes back to what I said. Somebody got an envelope with some money in their back pocket.
Yeah, and my thing is,
no, these people too. Listen, if I'm on that board and somebody gives me an envelope and say, "Hey, I need you to vote for Ohio State to go," with $1 million in it, guess what I'm gonna do? Ohio State to go. That's my vote. That easy. Are you serious? You think I'm gonna pass that up? Same thing with these people. Money influences sports, and
absolutely,
that's what I hate about it. It's no longer, you know what I'm saying? People, they don't care about the sport anymore, man. It's just too money influenced. I can give them this much money and do this and do that. Man, no, man, it takes away from the game.
Just like they said, Jabari, that candidates don't win elections. Money control that. Money control politics.
Mm-hmm.
Not politics control money. Money control the politics. And I agree with you, Jabari. Money and stuff like that controls all of that stuff controls the sports world. Even you see it in the NFL, you see it in the NBA. You see it in all facets of sports, man. Like I was saying before, the best playoff systems right now is the NCAA playoffs, basketball, NCAA basketball playoffs, the March Madness tournament, the WNBA playoffs. Those are the only ones. The NFL is okay. I don't see too much of a flaw. Only thing I see with that is all division champions get there or whatever. I don't know, but that's how this should be. That's exactly how college should be. How did you make the playoffs? You didn't win your division. You didn't win your division. Yeah, and not even the fact. And not even the fact that you brought up a great point, Jabari. Not even the fact that they're not playing for the conference championship and not winning the conference championship. They didn't even win their division. Right. They didn't even win the East Division of their conference. So how can you put them in a playoff? And I brought this up on Facebook. I brought this up on Facebook yesterday, and somebody hit the nail on the head. They was like, money and fan base. That's it. That's all they looking at. Money, fan base. That's the sexier team. You know what I'm saying? You do it as far as you put them up like they're women. You know what I'm saying? Of course, one girl can have more money. You know what I'm saying? And she can cook better and treat you better. You know, but most of the time they're gonna look at the most attractive one. You know, she look better than her, so let me get her. This can't cook a lick. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like I said before, the system is highly broken. They need the 8 teams in there. They need to make an 18 playoff. And like you said, Jabari, they did sell it. They sold the hell out of this idea. They got on TV and the chairman of the NCAA was like, "Oh, this thing is broken and yuck, and I don't know what's going on with the BTS and all these computers, and we gonna get a committee and we gonna finally get the top 4 teams and this and the other." And look what's happening. Yeah, and I thought it was idiot.
The people on the panel are alum of these schools.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So they're going to be biased. It's biased with it. It's not, oh, listen, go get, this is what they do. Go get FCS alums and let them vote on it.
And Aaron Rodgers,
you have no bias toward the FBS school. You got to get non-biased people. You can't bring in somebody who's a alum of Ohio State and put them on the panel and say, hey, vote. What do you think he gonna do?
Trader Jim Sports.
Oh man, it's dumb.
Talk about it.
It's dumb, man. Oh, it is dumb. This weekend has opened my eyes to the politics of college football, man. They got to get that out of it. It's taking the game I love.
You know, they try to do certain things to make it seem like it's not the same, but it's the exact same. You know what I'm saying? It's the exact same than it was before. We're not seeing nothing different. They just added 2 more teams to the mess. That's all they did. They had a mess.
They just got
and they just added more to it. Yeah.
They can persuade you more because of I feel like now, man, it's been worse. It's actually worse now, man, because at least before with the computer, you look at it and you be like, yeah, that's some BS, but I live with it, you know. But now it's like you don't have to live with it. And they said that they wasn't going to take that anymore, and this is why this tournament is in full effect. And then they took it away from us, man, by picking and choosing who they wanted in the actual BCS. Versus picking people who's supposed to be in it. Like you said, if you don't even win your division and you get in, man, like a sure thing, you know that's messed up, man. And that's just the way they roll it, man, because like you said, man, Ohio State is just a better suitor right now. You know, they think that's the better look on paper, which is crap, man. And I don't think that they should even go for them like that. But they're going to do it anyway.
And see, here's my whole thing. If you're just looking, like somebody said to me yesterday, the most idiotic shit I ever heard in my life. He tells me the conference championship isn't a criteria. I said, okay, if that's the case, if y'all going by eyeball test to saying who the best teams in the nation, why not just put Michigan back in there? Or why did Clemson drop when they lost? Or why did this team drop why do teams drop when they lose? Or why you got a team that win and that's don't win a conference championship, or they conference championship don't get into a playoff. But you got this team who's sitting here with 1 loss. Of course, you know what I'm saying, Ohio State, that's a good season. You know what I'm saying, 11-1, awesome season. But my thing is, if you're not playing for your conference championship, you should not be in the goddamn playoffs. And they know that.
At all.
They know that. They know for sure that should nobody be in that playoff without a conference championship. And Ohio State's going to be the only team in there without it. So what sense does that make? What sense does that make? Alabama's going to win theirs. Mm-hmm. Of course, they're going to win theirs. The ACC, whoever from the ACC, they're going to get a representative. Most likely, Clemson going to win theirs. Washington win, they in. So Ohio State didn't have to win, so they can get in. And you think about it, Michigan was going to have to win out to go to the playoffs.
Right.
They were going to have to win out to go to the playoffs. So if that's the case, they could have beat Ohio State and then lost to Wisconsin and still been in, right? Like,
it definitely should have been that way.
Nope. Exactly. And I don't think that would have happened. If Michigan would have beat Ohio State on Saturday, went to the Big Ten championship, and Wisconsin beat them, Michigan would not be playing for a championship. Or not be playing for in the BCS playoffs. They would not.
Nah, whatsoever. And then, you know, the whole term was, man, and we heard it all the time, and that's what pissed me off after watching that game, man. They were showing, like, the little BCS commercials in the tournaments and stuff. What's the main thing they say? And it's bullshit because they're not living by it. You win and you're in.
Yeah.
It ain't the case no more, man. They sold their souls, man. That's all they did. They sold their souls for money, man.
And it's so crazy, man. And you know who about to get matched over? The Washington Huskies.
Damn, I didn't even think about those boys,
I agree.
man.
I agree, Jabari. You see it coming, don't you?
They keep saying. Y'all got to listen to what all these analysts be saying. Because they know the inside of trade. They know what team's going to be in the tournament. Like they know week one. They know who they're going to put in the tournament, just like the president. They say we don't vote for the president. They already know who the president's going to be. They already know who the 4 teams in the tournament is going to be coming in.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So Washington, they came on. They got one loss. It's going to be a 2-loss team to jump them to go to the tournament. Because their strength of schedule is not strong.
And that's all they go by now. Strength of schedule.
And the team they lost to just jumped back in, USC. They saying USC played a harder schedule than them. And USC to jump them and go.
You know what? You know what's so stupid to me? The strength of schedule garbage. Imagine if the NBA had that. Imagine if the NFL had that. They had a damn committee and said, "Oh, well, the Lions didn't have a better schedule than this team over the Vikings, or the Vikings didn't have a better schedule, so we're going to leave them out and put them in." You know what I'm saying? That is dumb. It's retarded. And
fucking ridiculous.
How can you even put up a strength of schedule when you don't know what teams are going to be good in the conference that year? You don't know which conference is going to be good. Like now, the SEC, the Pac-12, the ACC is all down this year. They're all down this year. The Big Ten is the best conference in football right now.
Absolutely.
So my whole thing is, who knew that coming in? Because in everybody's eyes over the past years, the SEC is supposed to be the dime. You know what I'm saying, of college football. They supposed to be the mega conference. But they not shit this year. Alabama been shitting on that whole conference all year. So
literally,
how can you even bring up strength of schedule? If that's the case, Michigan shouldn't go nowhere. If you want to bring up strength of schedule, because their schedule was
they didn't lose Saturday.
Yeah, because I can't give Ohio State no credit after that BS game, man. I just can't.
Oh, man. Look, this is the thing, though. I got Ohio State friends, man. Why all these cats keep calling me talking about, oh, we beat y'all and we're going to beat Bama? Y'all not beating Bama.
Man, they want to put some money on that? I don't think so.
Y'all, listen, y'all can even move the ball on us.
Y'all had to win that game.
I'm praying that they play them in the first round. I pray that they play them in the first game. Because I want to see JT Barrett go up the middle with Reuben Foster one time. Oh, I do. I want to see that one time. I will pay to see that. I will pay to see that. But not to get off, no, I'm sorry, man. It's just, I can't believe the politics in college football, man. There's just so many politics.
Oh, man. You already know.
You already know that
the NCAA. The NCAA is the most corrupt.
With that game, they created drama where now when they go to the table and vote on games and say Washington or Clemson lose. So we rank 5. Say Washington or Clemson lose, right? Then what? And even if Penn State win the conference, Michigan pop Penn State and they pop Wisconsin.
Right.
And one of them lose. How do you know what I'm saying? How do you put them in front of Michigan? The conference? That can't matter no more because Ohio State is in there. And they lost
exactly.
So you can't say conference. You can't say conference matters. I feel like when you do that, it's going to come down to head-to-head.
I'm telling you what they did.
They created that drama because now when you voting and you're looking at it, I don't really think Ohio State is that much better than Michigan and that as being the best team in the country because
they're not.
That boy wasn't in the end zone. The refs influenced that game. So guess now what? Now what we got? 2 power teams in the tournament. But say Michigan would have popped Ohio State and went on. Ohio State has no chance of making it to the tournament.
At all.
I mean, y'all get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they needed Ohio State to win that game.
Yeah. And see what it is. Dog, they said they was talking about it. I want to say a few weeks ago. They were when all the teams when 2, 3, and 4 had lost that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody lost that weekend, they were saying that this is setting up for it to be 2 Big Ten teams in the playoffs this year. And that's what they're setting up for. Because like I said, if Penn State beats Wisconsin, there's no way in the world you can leave Penn State out of the playoffs. There's no way. And like you said, if Wisconsin wins, Washington loses, and Clemson loses, there's no way in the world you can keep Michigan out.
No. Even if Penn State does win the conference, right, and Michigan's sitting at 5, I think they still sitting at 6. No, it's 5, 6, and 7 is I think that's Michigan, Wisconsin, and then Penn State, or something like that. How did you even if Penn State win by them losing head to head to Michigan? How did you put them in the tournament over Michigan? Because right now, you're basically saying conference championships don't matter.
Yeah, that's what they. That's pretty much what they said.
Floating around, they making this shit tough now.
Yeah, they're contradicting themselves right now, and it's whole
what they were trying to avoid, they ended up, like you said, Hugh. They ended up making it worse. They tried. They point of doing the playoff was to stop the arguments of should they be in? Should they be in? Should they be over this person? They had a better strength of schedule. Okay, you just put the best 14, the top 4 teams up there, and then everybody stops talking. But I remember, I forget who said it. But when they were putting the GCS playoffs intact, they said it's going to end up being 6 to 8 teams within about 5 or 6 years. They gonna make it 6 to 8 teams. They was gonna make the 6 to 8 teams in the playoffs, and I think that's where they should go, Hugh. I really do, man. I don't see nothing below that. Like they really need to make an 18 playoff. Like it's better for everybody. That way you don't have too much. You know what I'm saying, going on at that top. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at a two loss team in any other sport. That's an awesome team and deserve to be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So if you're up there in that top 8, you're in. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand that, man. Like I don't understand.
That hurt them because already they always ask the kids when they're in college going into the NFL, what's the difference? Of course, most of them, if you're a receiver or quarterback or whatnot, you're going to say the lineman is fast as hell. You didn't expect the defensive lineman to be just as fast as a receiver coming out of college. But some of the main issues or some of the main things they talk about is in college, man, you can't really lose a game to stay claim to the championship. You damn near got to go undefeated to win a college championship. Where you're seeing teams in the NFL going 9-17-6, and they're still winning championships. It's like when you get hot at the right time and win or get that momentum, you don't have to win on out, man, or be undefeated or win or lose a game or so, man. You can lose 6-7 games and you can still be a champion. They just make it to the point where they set the bar so high in college, man. And now, like I was saying, with the BCS ranking and putting the teams in rankings, they still not doing that right neither, man. Because if you're not winning your division and you still get in the playoffs, man, that lets you know that the alum and everybody still got their hand in the cookie jar right now, man. So it's like, how are we going to actually improve this when you're steady holding us back?
I agree.
This has to be the worst thing I've been experiencing right now, looking at this BS.
Jabari, you got anything to add, man, before we move on? Because I'm about to.
Man, I'm ready to move on because, man, this got me over here eating and looking for snacks. I'm so mad. I just want to get off this stuff good.
Yeah, because I'm about to throw this remote.
I mean, it's 43 seniors they robbed, dog. 43 seniors they robbed of a game, man. They have never beat Ohio State ever. Y'all robbed them of that game.
Right.
Dude, it was so bad. Listen, it was so bad. Gabriel Pepper's mama started interviewing agents today. Like he said, I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
Yeah, I heard True there asking them questions, bro. like she had a paper asking them, like interviewing them.
I'm not about to go through this. I can go get paid to be this stressed.
Pretty much.
I'm smart, and I don't blame them, though. I don't want to play college football no more. Mine. Go find me an agent. I don't want to play college football no more.
One heck of a player.
Right. That's sad, man.
In the Pro Bowl 2000.
That's exactly what he told his mom. I don't want to play college football no more.
Jim Ringo, back in 1967.
Because we played, we left everything on the field. We did everything we needed to do to win that game. And if they would have beat us on that play, forget it. I'll be back next year to beat them. But the ref took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Dude, I swear I'm never betting on a college game ever again in life.
You like to be
Too many politics.
But it's like how baseball.
I want to go to the league. I don't want to deal with this. So now they technically just lost money because everybody was selling our tables to watch Gabriel Pepper.
I don't know what
So now that's he could have came back next year. And the NCAA, big thing about all this little money thing, they just lost it. I don't blame him. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to the league. I'm gone. And Coach Harbaugh, you put me in position to win games. The rest took it from me, but I can't take that no more. I'd rather go to the NFL. Harbaugh probably tell me, like, man, go ahead.
And
I would be surprised if Harbaugh's going to leave and go to the NFL off of that.
I know there's a couple of coaches in the hot seat looking at Marvin Lewis and what's my man's Mike McCarthy, man.
Yeah. I'm looking at that guy like, man, I ain't trying to deal with this. I am not trying to deal with this. I can go to the NFL and won't never get fined for breaking my head from.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
Who wants to play for this? Dude? Who wants to play for this, dude? It's deadly. It's spotted, dog. It's tarnished. It's no good. Who wants to coach this? Who wants to play for this?
Mm-hmm.
No, man. Dude, I don't even know, man. Man, send my kid overseas, play in Germany, professional, straight out of high school, and bring him back. Let him go to the combine and work out. Dog, why? I mean, dude, why not?
Quarterback is playing at a high level.
I don't want my child to feel that kind of hurt, knowing that alumni and the refs can take a game from them.
Yeah.
That hurts, dog. That hurts.
It does.
That hurts. That's everything you speak as a parent, as a coach. Dog. Finish the game. Play through injuries. Do all this. For a ref to take the game from you?
Every game. Some pros.
Yeah, man. It's like that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. It's one thing for kids to go out there and decide it on the field, and one group is just straight up better than the other group, and they end up winning, or they come back and they win, fair and square and whatever. But when you got whistles going on and phantom shit going on and all of this, man, and the refs just having the deciding factor within the game, kids get to the point where they just be like, forget it. There's nothing we can do. You can see on that last play, Michigan didn't even defend the last play. They didn't defend it at all. They were just like, it took, like I said, it took the life out of them. They were just like, whatever. And I felt it.
Fourth down, they would do another flag. They would call another flag control.
Exactly. And
they would have found some excuse. They would have found some excuse to rob them.
Yeah, and that's the main thing I was saying, man. It kills the morale of the kids, and they just be like, for what? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? They thought they won, which they did.
They keep saying, like, well, Michigan still gonna be able to go to the might be able to go to the playoff. No, man, these kids wanted a Big Ten championship.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes to beat them basically a whole decade. So they wanted to win, man. They wanted to beat Ohio State. Dude, they didn't care about the playoff. They didn't care about the Big Ten championship, but they wanted to beat Ohio State, dog. And the ref took that from them.
You say unbelievable.
Yeah.
I say achievable. You say incredible. I say inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
Achievable. Incredible. Inevitable.
Telling you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, man, that's cool, man. All that, man, it's like Urban Meyer looked at the ref like, you know what time it is. No, Harbaugh was straight out coaching him.
Hey, Jabari, I ain't gonna let you rant, man. Calm down.
But they was, like y'all said, they was gonna kill that coach though, man, if he didn't make the right call, the Ohio State call.
Oh man, come on, man. Let's go to the next subject, man. Please.
All right.
Oh God, dog.
You, man, you say you have some stuff to talk about, man. What's going on?
Man, I was just really surprised in this NFL weekend. So there was a lot of competitive games, a lot of teams didn't show up, man. But how did y'all feel about that? I thought the Seattle game actually went pretty. It was a crazy game. It surprised the hell out of me, but. It seems like every time when Seattle's in a situation where they're back against the wall, it always seems like it'd be a bullshit play to come along. Like when Jameis Winston threw that touchdown that made it 21-5, I was like, man, that was a good touchdown, man. And then they were kind of battling at the line, and then they said that my man's held on too long, and they called a holding call, took it away from him. And then, Jameis tried to throw in the double coverage, which was a silly mistake. I would have went for the field goal instead, but, then they turned the ball over on down. I was like, man, is it just me? Or is this showing fucking giving Seattle more chances, man, to come back and win this game? But how do y'all feel about a lot of these calls this year, too, in the NFL, man? Because they're the standard of bad calls, man. But how do y'all feel about a lot of them phantom calls that they call, man?
Jabari?
Man, listen. Like I said, this is my last time gambling on all levels of gambling. Because these refs, they don't want to go young. Dog, they keep going these same refs, dog. I'm telling you, man, because they got them in they. Like, I was looking at the Dallas. I was looking at the Dallas and Redskins game, man, and I'm like,
that was cool.
Like, Jones bought these refs.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones bought these refs. I couldn't believe that game. Like, dog, is Dallas gonna get one penalty? I'm looking at the O-line. They holding, clipping, everything. Not one call. Dude, listen. They do this. They was doing this like crazy. And then I seen one of the D-linemen from the Redskins complaining about it. Once a player's engaged blocking, another player can't go long. Not at all. Dude, Dallas did that the whole game. Go back and look at it. Not one call. I said, Jay Jones got these boys in their pocket. Got the boys in their pocket.
Yeah, they definitely make sports not fun.
Then we,
man.
Hey, then we just said though, what runs sports, man? Money runs sports and politics. It run it all, man, because nothing can't operate without money. So even when you think about the TV ratings and stuff like that in the NFL, if it's not generating money, they get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? If a team isn't like right now, the Jacksonville Jaguars is one of the best teams in the league. Would they get as much? Will they get as much clout? You know what I'm saying? As a Green Bay or a New England or whatever? Hell no, they wouldn't, because they don't generate enough money. Now if you know those big teams that generate a lot of money, they try their best to keep them at the forefront, because they know, you know what I'm saying, they're money makers, so they want to keep them on TV all the time. They want to make sure they get to the playoffs and stuff like that, man. Just like I said, money controls a lot, and they'll never ever like reprimand the refs or fine them or nothing. You can fine a player for not doing a damn interview, but you can't fine a ref for not blowing a call. You serious? You know what I'm saying? A ref blow a big call, and how many times have you seen it in the NFL and NBA?
Man.
Afterwards, they come out with a public statement. Oh, we did blow that call on or whatever. So only thing we could say is my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like Harbaugh couldn't even go out and say nothing about the refs. You know what I'm saying? Or in the NFL, they say anything about the officiating, they get fined. Are you serious?
Yeah, you can't do that.
He can blow a call, take responsibility for it afterwards. It doesn't cost us a game. We probably ain't even in the Super Bowl or something. You know what I'm saying? Now you mess with my money, because we get a bonus when I get to the Super Bowl. So now I don't get my bonus because you blew this call. You own up to it, and you still reffing the next game, and no money's taken out of your pocket. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? So nothing like that would ever happen, man, because the league and money controls everything. You see, they're getting rid of Thursday night football, because they said the ratings are horrible. They're not going. If it's not generating, it is. We were Jabari. We were talking about that about a month ago.
How bad it
was. We were saying how bad it was when they were talking about the Big Ten is about to start putting football on Friday. That's for high school. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So
we don't want to be in the Friday night lights.
So it's just it's weird. It's just weird to me that this just keeps going on, man. Like I don't think bad calls don't ever stop because they don't get reprimanded for it. It's almost like a kid. If a kid is getting whatever he wants, and he can just be bad, not getting disciplined for it, and they're not going to change nothing. So bad calls always happen. and shit like that. And it's gonna mess up good games, and players gonna get sick of it. Just like you said, Jabari, players gonna get sick of that crap. That's why you get players out here. You know what I'm saying? And see, I hate when people always say, and you know, we got a friend who says, you know, well, they made these mistakes, so you know the refs didn't have. Man, bullshit. Because when you play organized sports, man, these referees they're human, so they make bad calls, and those bad calls can lead to a momentum change or something like that, man. It could slow the pace down in the game. It could slow a lot down. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Man.
Go ahead.
On a good note, I enjoyed that battle between Dez Bryant and Josh Norman.
Yeah, that was a good competitive battle between them.
Yeah.
What battle?
Hey.
Dez Bryant gave it to him.
No, he did.
Yes, he did.
No,
He was giving it to him. Huh?
Dude, whenever Dez Bryant lined up on his side, he only caught 2 balls.
And he was doing a lot of complaining, too. Dez was complaining.
Yeah, Dez was complaining about somebody grabbed too much. No, he's a physical corner. Dez was complaining. Josh Norman got after him, bro. Go look at it. They ran zone that game. So he didn't shadow.
Yeah,
he wasn't shadowing Dez Bryant. If you go look at, because, you know, boy, he posted the stat line on Twitter, Josh Norman. He only caught 2 balls for like 12 yards on Josh Norman.
And he really helped
came
that.
on the other side against Breland.
He helped that team, man, because without Norman, I don't know where the hell that defense would be at, man.
Yeah, he did. A lot. Josh Norman. Listen, people need to stop hating. That boy is top 5 corner in the league.
Yeah. All day. Remember what he did to Odell Beckham? Made him cry.
Yeah.
Odell was crying.
You know what's crazy?
Jumping on the kick in there.
You know what's crazy? Look at where Carolina's defense is now, and look where the Redskins defense was last year. And look at the switch and the improvement and how how Carolina decreased. Man,
yeah, they missed shots.
I would have paid that man $100 million, man. I would have gave him $100 million. I'm sorry. They didn't even give him $100 million. I think they gave him like something like 80. 4 years, $80 million. Gave him $20 million a year.
Yeah. They gave him a contract. And he's living up to it too, man.
You paying this dude $20 million a year to shut down half the field. I'm sorry, that's worth it. If he can do it, it's worth it. But now you only got to focus on one side of the field.
Because they always have some good young weapons, but now that defense is nasty the way they are, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, nah. I
got a question, man. What team is the most surprising this year? Do you think in the NFC, I should say?
Most surprising team in the NFC. I'm gonna say Detroit. I'm gonna say Detroit. Man, I'm sorry. They surprised me. I had them as a 6-10, 7-9 team.
Well, second week in a row.
How about you?
Man, I definitely think Detroit's one of the more surprising teams in the league. But even though in that losing effort, man, who we was talking about, me and Jabari, the Redskins, man, how many games they won in a row before they lost that game? They lose to 6-4 before they lost that game, which I don't think they should have. I think they cheated them out of that game.
Yeah,
Redskins, man, those boys is hell of a man. On both sides of the ball, not just on offense, but they look good even on defense, man.
Yeah. Oh God, I didn't realize it until I was looking at stuff today to talk about, and I was looking at the standings of the NFL or whatever. So I, scroll all the way, and I saw there, man, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are having a pretty good season right now.
Fact.
I don't know if people realize that, man, but they only a game out of the first place.
Game behind Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, in the NFC South. And man, that Jameis Winston is something special.
Too against Atlanta.
Yeah, Jameis Winston is something special, man.
Man, he been looking good, man. Definitely in that last game, he made a fool out of Seattle defense, man.
Yeah, he did.
My guy. That is my guy.
And I'm still pissed that they called that one touchdown back. I don't care what nobody say. It's supposed to have been 21-5, the final score. Because they played them on that last one.
Yeah. I mean, at least they got the victory, though, man.
I'm definitely glad.
Yeah.
But I wonder, is this success mainly off of the production that Evans is doing? Like, because he is I'm sorry, he might be the new age Calvin Johnson.
Man, he might be, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know.
He the new age Calvin Johnson, man.
Man, them catches he caught, yeah. Damn, he looks incredible, man.
Like last week, man, he caught a ball in the corner of the end zone where he jumped over somebody and took that boy, put that boy above his head. Like, no, I take that. And came down with both feet on the sideline, just walked to the out of bounds. I said, man, is that one of those Calvin Johnson type jumps? Man, no, that guy's amazing, man. They got a future with that. They definitely got a future with that.
Whatever happened to Vincent Jackson, man? That dude on the milk carton or something, man. Is he still playing?
He on the IR.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, damn, I can see him in a minute.
Yeah, he's definitely in my
Yeah, he's definitely expandable, man, with Mike Evans, man.
I just worry, man. You want me to piss you off, man?
Be my guest. Be my guest.
All right. I know we said we was going to we talking NFL, man, but I just scrolled across this, and they said I'm gonna have to read a little bit of it, but they got the referees for the Michigan and the Ohio State game, and the first referee that they got here, name is Daniel Capron or something like that. And they said he was fired after a September 21st game in 2002 between Purdue and Wake Forest for poor officiating. Said
Are you serious?
The Big Ten commissioner at the time, who is still a commissioner today, said the following. He said, during the course of the game, these officials did not officiate well enough to meet Big Ten standards. That's Jim Delaney said in the statement. And he said, therefore, they will forfeit future officiating assignments. He said the second referee name is Kevin Schwartzel, and he is from Athens, Ohio. He is a self-proclaimed lifelong OSU fan and was not allowed to work the 2006 game between Michigan and OSU simply because he's from Ohio. They got an excerpt from the Athens News below, and it said, this year I did my first full schedule in the Big Ten, he said. Schwartzel was an Ohio State fan growing up and said he was excited to be on the field for the Ohio State-Texas game, which featured, at the time, the top-rated team in the country against the second-rated team. His crew worked the Ohio State-Michigan game this fall, which also featured the the two top-ranked teams at the time, but Schwartzel was not allowed to work the Hughes game, because he is from Ohio. And the third ref name is Bobby Saggers. He's from Ohio too, and he was elected into the OHSAA Hall of Fame earlier this year at a ceremony in Columbus, Ohio. And it said, for those of you who don't believe the referees cost Michigan the game, I present to you the following points of evidence not pictured below. Numerous false starts, whatever. So they got like a whole list of the calls that they made and pictures with it too. So,
dude, send me that. Please send me that.
I'll tag you in it.
Serious, bro.
That's
all, man. Listen, dog,
right there.
Listen. And I got a question. Isn't the home team responsible for picking the ref?
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
They are.
They do it. They do it. Ohio State.
They do it with the commission too, like the Big Ten. The Big Ten and Ohio State AD appoint the officials.
Oh wow. Yeah, the commissioner of Big Ten, though, they fucked up.
I don't think this is the bill, but I do think.
Yeah,
did you see how
they did that?
Did you see how after J.C. Barrett got stuffed, right? And I'm not saying that was the first down. After he got stuffed, how he got up, threw the ball down, and when he threw the ball, the ref set it there. Like, dog, are you serious? Man, I said, man, get out of here, man. Dude, I knew it. I knew it.
To be totally honest, before the game had started, I had made a comment. I was like, I hope they got some good refs in this game, because they really need to stop appointing Big Ten refs to these big games like this. They need to get outside referees.
What? Yeah, those new two refs.
Who don't have any kind of affiliation, and you have to run a background check, because you can't just depend solely on integrity, because when it comes to certain things, people get emotional about them. You know what I'm saying? They get emotional about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You grow up from when you're young watching a certain team. Imagine Rudy being a damn referee at a Notre Dame USC game. You know what I'm saying? Like who you think Rudy gonna favor in the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like it's to me, it's common sense. But I just wanted to share that, because I thought you would find that.
I definitely want to read up on that.
Kind of interesting, Jabari.
That's some bullshit, bro.
Jabari, crazy.
You the damn near made that Michigan fan mad, though, Jay.
I done made you mad again, man.
Man, listen, dog. I was trying to say away from the schedule, though, man. But come on, man. Come on, commish. Come on, whoever. Stop robbing these kids, man. Y'all knew what was going on. They cleared y'all the envelope, too. Everybody just envelope, man. No, it go back to last time we was number 1 and number 2 when we played Ohio State. Remember when they changed the turf up?
Yeah, they changed the turf
a week up to change the turf, knowing that the dirt got to catch with the bottom of the turf. And you know what that did? That slowed down our defensive line, because they had to keep changing their cleats. They couldn't get grip, because they kept slipping. I said, man, OSU always been dirty, man. Forget the Flake Gate, forget Spygate. Man, we're going to call this Rough Gate, because this is crazy.
I definitely like to forget those, too.
Known for cheating, dude. Like, dude, why? Y'all just couldn't take the ass for them? No, like, fuck, we're going to cheat every year. They're going to think of a new way to cheat next year when they're at our house.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's like, dude, It's like nothing fair no more. Like everything goes. Like what's the integrity of the game? Win. Don't cheat. Win. Beat it.
Exactly that.
You said they had that heavy influence refs.
Last year, I give them credit. They beat us last year. Hands down, they beat us. This year, they stole it from us. They stole this.
Can I get another?
Man, the integrity of this game is all messed up, man. And people don't care because they getting their pockets fat.
That's crazy, man. Let's go back to the NFL, man. You got it. Oh, Jabari ratting like a bug over there. Wow, that is crazy though.
I love that show.
Hold on 1 second.
At the end of the episode,
I'm gonna get myself together over here. Okay. All right, I'm ready. All right, I got a question.
Okay.
All right, do you guys think how many more years? Because the dude 39 years old right now, man, and Tom Brady don't look like he's slowing down at all. How many more years do you think he could be as efficient as he is now before he, or do you think like he's one of those guys that could just go out on top and just his game just never suffers? You know how Joe Montana looked before he retired, and Elway looked. You know what I'm saying? Some of those quarterbacks, look like they lost a step before they retired. Do you think Brady's going to look like that, or he's just going to go out, looking the way he's looking now? Because he don't look like he's slowing down at all.
I think he's going to go out on top, man. I mean, he is the system. The system is him, man. As long as he stay in that system, he's going to be able to play because the system is a short ball game, quick release. He get rid of the ball, so he's not taking punishment. It wasn't like Elway and Troy Aikman. They was getting rocked. So, you know what I'm saying? They had to leave, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't take the hit. Brett Favre was getting rocked. Couldn't take the hit. Tom Brady gets rid of the ball. It's a quick release, and he barely gets, he gets hit. But he don't get rocked like they did. Like, I don't even Troy Aikman brain work no more. but I mean, it's dude. The system is made for him to flourish. Like he's gonna probably be 41 still playing, man. He's gonna be 42 still playing. He can still play because you don't need a big giant arm in the system. You ain't got to throw that motherfucker to the other goal, folks. You can dunk and hand the ball off and beat slant. I mean mid-range slant. He can make them throw. Them is nothing. It's a great system, man. That's all it is. The system is going to make him have a little more longevity with his career. It's going to be up to him when he's ready to retire.
Wow. Yeah, he one of those what they call them ageless wonders, where he never falls off. Like and I don't know, like you said before, like you just said, Jabari, I don't know if it's just the system or what, but Brady just looked good, man. He just looked like he just not gonna fall off at all, man. And I think he's gonna go out on top too. Might go out with a Super Bowl.
They were saying something too about he work out like crazy, man. They say the stuff that he do and how long he works out and train and exercise his body for, the football game, man, and just to play in the NFL. Because I know for sure they said he got a real strict diet, man. Like they were saying some shit like he eats avocado ice cream. I was like, who the hell would eat avocado ice cream? But his training regimen is crazy, man. And I remember one time I was reading an article with Mike Shanahan. They was like after the Super Bowl, he wished Mike well, and Mike was talking to him, and when he was talking to him, he was like, "Yeah, man, I just been trying to relax now, man, and I'm trying to get used to the retirement, man." He was like, "How about you, Brady? What you up to right now?" Brady like, "Shit, man, I'm already back in training in March."
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, come on, that's fine.
One of those. I say he better than Peyton Manning.
Oh my God! Can we go to the next subject?
Hey, yeah, because Jay, that one, you couldn't win on that one, man. I was sending Jay pictures one time to piss him off, man. Jabari's like, "Man, you better stop sending me them." He's been pitching for Tom Brady.
Oh my God, man! He has 2 more Super Bowls than what Peyton Manning has. That's all. That is it. That is it. And he has a great system. But the tools for a quarterback to have, Peyton Manning has all of them.
Every time you need help, I am always there for you. See, that's the problem.
Peyton Manning would look off a safety with words. Omaha. Omaha looks the safety off.
Thinking people think I can't defend this title on my own. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
They 2 different types of quarterbacks.
I don't need you as a partner.
Both effective, but 2 different types of quarterbacks.
And what I like about him is how he changed the game with the fast game, man, the hurry up offense, man. That's one thing I definitely to this day still appreciate about Peyton, man. He changed the game on that, just the one thing he did for the game.
You can jump me all week. You're not.
He did more than one thing, man. That wasn't all he did.
Oh, no, man. That basically was his team, man. He ran that team on offense, man. I can't say he just did one thing, man. He did a lot for the NFL, man. I definitely wouldn't be lying if I said he did just one thing. I definitely give him his props and give him credit where credit due.
One thing they both have in common is both of them guys can get the best out of their receivers.
Thanks to the balance for rain.
Even though I think Manning had better receivers than Tom.
He had one receiver I will give you credit for. Marvin Harrison. The only receiver. Reggie Wayne that worked for him. Ricky Pro. Austin Collie. What's that tight end name? Number 44. He wasn't shit.
What was his name? Dallas Clark.
Dallas Clark.
Slowest ever, man. The slowest dude ever. And life.
Peyton Manning made him
Dallas
good.
Clark was so slow.
Yeah.
Reggie Wayne was slow as hell. He just had great hands and could run rock.
He had great hands.
He was slow as hell.
He kind of reminded you of a bootlegged Bolden with hands.
Reggie Wayne better than Antoine Bolden. Reggie Wayne better than Antoine Bolden. That's an understatement. I will say that. Antoine Bolden is a bully on the block.
Man, you cannot
bully.
And he catches everything.
Dude, listen. I seen games when he was in San Francisco, and Pat Peterson was checking him and wouldn't even jam him. Pat Peterson is physically in the corner. He's physically opposing. But he wouldn't play up on Anquan Bolden and jam him. He played off on him the whole game. I said, oh, wow. That's respect. I don't care how you look. That's respect. When a top corner don't want to jam you, that's respect. That boy's a bully on the block, man. Even out the slot from Detroit, man. They kind of want to get up on him and check him, man. I be looking at that man like, man, they don't want no parts of that right there. They don't want that action.
Powerful.
Yeah, he's so physical, man. That's a physical dude.
Yeah, he's a bully. He's a bully. He's a bully.
Athlete.
I remember that game when he got his jaw messed up, man, when he got hit so hard. It was Kurt Warner's fault, of course. But After that, man, you thinking he was gonna miss games, man. He got his jaw wired, man. He was back the next week.
He's still back then, dog. He's a bully, man. You got to respect guys like that, man. They love sport.
Absolutely.
With the gladiators. I love gladiators, man. I love gladiators.
Yeah, it ain't no receivers like him. And what's my other dudes, man? He used to play for the Steelers. Hines, he was dirty as hell, but he would light you up, though.
Yeah, Hines Ward didn't even look. He didn't even look like he would be dirty like that. But man, they said he was one of the most competitive dudes on that field, man.
He liked the block though. They said he would say, "Run to my side. I want to block." Dude, I remember he came off and blindsided. What linebacker that he blindsided?
He flipped that dude.
That's what he gets for it.
Man, I forgot who it was, man. I like gladiators, man.
Well, at the end of the day, Timmy's still human. Braun Strowman is
So, Marvin, I got a question. Was Marvin Lewis gone at the end of the year, man?
He's here tonight.
You know what? I definitely think he is.
I think he's gone, dog.
Marvin Lewis should have been gone 3 years ago.
No, he shouldn't. Marvin Lewis does a great job, man.
I say probably after last year, man. Because remember how that team just I don't know what the hell they did in the playoffs, man. They just let that game. They had that game. It was Vontaze Burfict doing a lot of BS, and it was just a lot of bad things that they were doing, man.
I'm gonna say this, dude. Marvin Lewis has buzzer luck. Every time he goes to the playoffs, he loses starting quarterback.
You know what? You're right.
Every time he goes to the playoffs, he loses starting quarterback. The first time he went, Carson Palmer. What happened?
Got hurt
before the playoffs. Every time they had Andy Dalton, they went to the playoffs. Andy Dalton get injured before the playoffs.
Yep, I agree. Because it was my man's from Alabama, the Karen kid, AJ McCarron. AJ McCarron. Yeah, he was playing.
That was last year too.
Yep. He been sharp on a few plays, but he made a lot of mistakes though. But I was upset though because of Vontaze Burfict play, man. He's an ignorant dude, man. We just don't know when to stop.
I like Vontaze Burfict. I like
Burfict too. But you know the thing though, man. It just seems like in every year, like in the playoffs, like he was just saying, Jabbar. Marvin Lewis have a hurt quarterback or something like that. But sometimes, man, it comes down to just him. And him being able to control his team. And sometimes in those big moments, he fails to control his team. You know what I'm saying? They just have the biggest meltdown ever, dog. Like the biggest meltdown. So I think that, you know what I'm saying, you got to look at him too with that. Even though he's had like one of the most solid coaching careers, damn near about out of any coach that's currently coaching in the NFL right now, dude, you still got to look at that, man. You got to look at them inconsistencies in the playoffs, because with the teams he's had, man, he's at least supposed to smell the Super Bowl. Why not? At least smell one, dog. But
man, it is what it is. They might get a good draft pick.
Yeah. I got a question though. I got a question for y'all. With we all know Dallas is 10-1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they're the favorite to come out the NFC for the moment. Who do you think is their biggest threat right now? Who can you say is Dallas's biggest threat in the playoffs?
The Redskins.
Really? You think they fear the Redskins?
I don't think they beat the Redskins again. Dude, especially as hot as the Redskins offense is, I don't think they beat them again.
What you think, Hugh?
I think a healthy Seattle team with like Cam Chancellor and Michael Bennett, too, were giving them a scare.
Medical alert for people with IBC filters.
Yeah.
FDA warns that pieces of
I don't know, man. I think I would have to say a good Seattle team. Well, Seattle too. I would have to say the Seahawks, because Dallas. If you look at it, man, Dallas is one of those teams that's never been all that physical. They've always been a finesse-based team. And this team, Thursday was like my first time really, really buckling down and like watching them like every snap of the game. And they're not as physical as everybody thinks, you know, on offense and defense. And I think Seattle will punch them right in the mouth, man. So I think that's the only team that can beat Dallas right now. And if they don't meet Seattle in the playoffs, I think Dallas goes straight to the Super Bowl for real.
I agree. I mean, I understand why. But this is the reason why I don't. This is one thing I watch and I know about Dallas. Dallas' defensive line puts pressure on offensive line. And they, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of no-name cats. But DeMarcus Lawrence, Tyrone Crawford are nasty off the edge. They are probably two undernamed DNs who are nasty off the edge. I don't trust Seattle's offensive line to hold up against Dallas.
You know what? You got a point there. That line is a little shaky.
Yeah, you do got a point. Yeah.
Run blocking, they're good. The Seattle O-line is good at run blocking. But when they got to protect Russell Wilson and you put pressure on them, they buckle. And that's the reason why I said the Redskins. Because the Redskins have played them twice already, and they know what to expect out of them.
You're my hero.
And that's why I think the Redskins will be a tough team for them to beat. You know what I'm saying? To beat, because I think they split during the regular season, didn't they? I think that's their only loss. The Redskins is Dallas' only loss, isn't it?
He wants that for himself.
You know what? I think so. I think the Redskins, they only lost. They lost in week 2 to the Redskins. But the Redskins, I think they pose a big threat for they pose a big threat.
Okay. Hey, fellas, we're gonna have to end early tonight, man. I got something that just came up.
Okay, yeah, your fantasy team, because you about to lose.
Man, Jabari, shut up, man. I don't want to hear you got that little raggedy defense playing tonight. I hope Aaron Rodgers throws for 500 yards on him.
I know you do. I don't think he is, though. They can get to him. Hey, reason why I went with Philly, because they can't protect Aaron Rodgers, and I know what's got a dog defensive line.
All I need is 3 field goals. Give me 3 field goals.
Yeah,
tonight.
They ain't gonna get in field goal range. You gonna get 3 extra points, maybe, or 2 extra points.
Oh man!
Because tonight.
All right, fellas, man. It was good, man. We come back next Monday, man. Have some more stuff to talk about. We'll be talking about the playoff participants then, and in the regular ass BCS. Yeah, we'll be talking about that, and we'll talk more about some NFL. We'll get some NBA in there. We weren't gonna really hit the NBA tonight anyway. Ain't nothing really been going. Have y'all noticed that? Ain't nothing really been exciting about the NBA yet.
I guess they lost to the.
Yeah, because football season.
Oh wow!
Football season usually overshadow a lot. Huh?
They beat the Redskins in week 2. 27-23.
Oh wow! I think they lost to the New York Giants, didn't they?
They lost to the Giants week 1. Yeah.
Okay.
34 moves and pizza combinations. Domino's.com.
Well, we'll be talking about some NBA next Monday, man. Ain't been
Hopefully
nothing too
something good
exciting.
happens.
Yeah, ain't been nothing too exciting going on, man. Just been kind of dead. You know, when football season going, man, the NBA be straight up take a back seat during football season. But yeah, we'll talk about that, man. But yeah, fellas, we're gonna get up out of here, man. I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank our producer Q for putting us on today, man. Q, always a pleasure, man. Jabari, good looking out, man. Thanks for joining us. Hope you join us next week. And everybody out there listening, man, we'll be back Monday. We'll be back at we'll be here at 6:00 this time. So it'll be 6 to 8 next week. So make sure y'all tune in. But until then, peace out. Have a good week.
All right. Y'all fellas be blessed. Have a good one.
Hey, don't forget to tag me in that